If you boys are looking to buy some FIFA 18 coins, or if you're looking to stock up on some PSN or Xbox codes, head on over to igvault.com, all links down below. Use discount code DRG for a 6% discount.
Oh, Logan Paul. Where to begin? What's going on, boys? So I'm pretty sure you all know about the controversy floating around, or flying around YouTube. It's not floating anyway, it's full on hardcore bloody nonsense going on all around YouTube at the minute. It's incredible what's happened, and if you don't know about it, I don't know where you've been. But if you don't, is a very quick backstory of what's happened. So we all know Logan Paul. If you don't, he's a massive YouTuber, 15 million subscribers, one of the fastest growing subscribers out, or YouTubers out there at the minute. And he decided to upload a video to YouTube with an actual dead body in the video. It was a guy that unfortunately took his own life, not long before, I would imagine, he was found by Logan Paul and his bunch of asshole friends, and they decided to film it and upload it. So, look, I'm not one for not forgiving. I'm not one for just having one side of a story and just bashing somebody for the sake of it. I'm not somebody who wants to see another person lose their job that they worked their asses off for. And, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult to defend something like what Logan has done, but we're going to start with somewhat me seeing it, or not seeing it from his point of view, but we've got to take a few things into account. And there's a couple of things I do want to address. Look, he's a 22-year-old. Yes, you can say, oh, he's bloody old enough to know better. He's a 22-year-old. He's still young, right? And he's grew up on a stage where he probably feels like he can get away with a lot more. Whatever he does gets praised, and, you know, he's always looking to push boundaries. But there's a line. There's a line that even a bloody 22-year-old should know not to cross. And I'm not saying a 22-year-old shouldn't have common sense. Yes, they should. But when you grow up in a business where you're looking to push boundaries, maybe you do get carried away with yourself. Again, I'm not making excuses, I'm just saying people make mistakes, and by bloody Christ, as he made a big one. Also, we have people going absolutely mental that he was laughing, him and his friends were laughing when they found the body. Look, again, I'm not having any of that. If you, for the first time, which it's going to be a first time for bloody 99% of the bloody people in the world, to see a dead body, you don't know how you're going to react. I myself, when I hear about somebody passing away in my family, for some reason, and I smile, or, you know, you might make a stupid joke, or, you know, people react differently. The human mind is a very, very complex and strange thing. So I don't think him laughing has anything to do with anything, bar the fact he didn't know how to cope with the situation. So that's me somewhat kind of defending some of the things I'm seeing against the guy. I don't want to see the guy lose his channel. He's uploaded 400 odd videos, which to a lot of people have been hella entertaining. And he does bring out decent content. And I think because one, and I mean catastrophic mistake, one video out of 400 odd, I don't think the guy deserves to lose his channel. He deserves a hell of a lot of the criticism he's getting. But, you know, I don't want to see anybody lose their job that they've worked their ass off for, no matter how bloody stupid they have been. Right, now to give my opinion when I first seen all this stuff coming out, because, you know, I can't be doing with all this bullshit where it was to cause a positive ripple over the internet. No, it wasn't. It was to cause a massive tsunami bloody wave across the internet for yourself, Logan Paul. And as much as I try to look at to see it from your point of view, no. Admit that you've made a complete fucking balls up of this whole situation, but it was, there's no qualms about it, it was to benefit yourself. You didn't go into Suicide Forest hoping not to find something. You went into Suicide Forest to find something. And the reason we all know that, because you went into Suicide Forest and went off trail. Because there's a trail through that forest where, as you can see in your video, families walk through it, children are going through there. You went off trail to find something. So I can't be having this bullshit that, you went there not expecting to find anything. You went looking for something when you went off trail into a restricted area. So don't come out with bollocks when you know you've messed up. I truly do think you're sorry. But come out with a proper fucking apology where you admit what you've done. Because otherwise it looks bollocks. Now, going back to the whole positive ripple across the internet to show that we need suicide awareness, and putting a stupid little start in your video promoting self-awareness to suicide, because uploading a poor person who was so disturbed that he felt the only way he could get out of that was by taking his own life. How can you show that person, disrespect that person, and think that's going to come across positive? You walked up to that person, right up to them. You showed their personal belongings on the ground. You were talking about things in the guy's fucking pockets. That's when I got pissed off. Even if you came across it and seen it and spoke about it, you don't have to show it. Talking about it. Show the clip beforehand saying you've seen it. But don't turn the camera towards it. Speak about it. You could have turned this video into something ridiculously positive. But by showing the body and disrespecting a human being like that was never going to work. You knew it was going to explode, and you knew this was going to get you so much attention. Maybe somewhere in your mind you didn't actually believe it would backfire to this extent. You said it. This is a first for YouTube. Of course it is, because nobody's that fucking stupid to upload a dead body onto YouTube. A YouTube channel followed by millions of children. You even stated that when you came out to the bastard forest. You seen kids and you're like, oh no, this kid's going in there. You've shown it to more children that are walking through that bloody forest. And the worst thing is, right, you've gone into the forest, you've gone off trail, you've seen something that's nobody should see. Nobody should have to see that. You've come across it. As disturbing it may be, and the laughing and stuff, I admit, was probably down to you did not know what to do. I can accept that. I can accept the situation could have been too much for you, Logan, and for all your friends. But that's where it should have stopped. But no, you went on to film it. You went up close to it. You were making jokes. Again, I can understand that. I can understand the jokes because you don't know how your mind works in that situation. But, okay, after all that is said and done, then you have to go home. Now, I'm assuming maybe you don't edit your own videos, which, again, could be a major problem in this whole story. Because if I put myself in that situation and decided to film it, my head got messed up in the whole situation. I was laughing because I didn't know how to show emotion or how to react to the situation. Fine, okay, let's put myself in that situation and let's just say I filmed all that and done what you've done. But then there's a point where you get home and you put those files on your computer and you've had time to process what has happened, and then you have to put them into your editing software and see it all over again. And then, my friend, you are seeing what all of us had to see on your channel. That is the moment you should have knew this isn't right. Because if we've seen it, then you've seen it after you've had time to process what has happened. That is the moment you should have deleted those files. or edited the files in a way where nobody had to see that poor man in that situation. That's where I lose total respect, because up until a point I can see how it all progressed and happened. But at that moment you are editing that video, or even if it's not you, whoever edits your fucking videos has to get to that moment where they look and think, this isn't right. I've got to tell Logan this isn't right. Or you, if you're editing it, you've got to go, holy shit, that's just happened. That's disgusting. You're not even seeing the blurred version that we see. You're seeing that poor guy's face. I'm getting worked up now because it angers me that no human being can get to that point where they're looking at this on their computer, editing it, thinking this is going to cause a positive ripple. That makes no sense, mate. It honest to God doesn't make sense. As I said, the whole process up to it, I can understand. You were all a bit confused. You were all caught up in a moment. A very emotional moment, I would imagine. But that moment when they go on your computer, as I say, you are seeing it. You're seeing a worse version of what we've seen. And if that doesn't make you want to just go, no, it's too much. We can talk about this in a positive manner. We don't have to show this poor man, this poor tortured soul, who had to do that to himself to escape whatever the hell he was going through in his life. But no, it was edited. It was edited the way you wanted it to be edited. You made a thumbnail of the poor guy in the background, and that is where the biggest mistake was made, because that is where you became a horrible bloody human being, because it should have stopped. It should have stopped at editing. It should have stopped the moment you've seen the body. But again, in the moment, I don't know how all of us would react. So the benefit of the doubt was given by myself to you, because I haven't been there. Yes, you went looking for it. Maybe you didn't actually believe you were going to find it, but you did. And then you reacted. I don't know how I would react. You filmed it, okay. Then you go home and you edit the bastard. And that is when it shouldn't have happened. That's when it all should have been cut out, and then talk about it and make it something positive. But you didn't. You uploaded it to a fucking YouTube channel followed by children. And then you come out all teary-eyed regretting it. The regret should have came at the edit. You knew what you were doing, and by God did it happen. It blew up. It went viral beyond your wildest dreams, and no doubt it will help. Yes, you're losing subscribers at the minute, but will they come back? Yes. Will you always be remembered as the guy that uploaded a poor guy that's hung himself on YouTube? Yes, you will be remembered as that. But you will also make your money. You will still get views per video. Even if you're getting more dislikes than likes, the money will be there. And to be fair, I do think you're all about the money, and I have nothing against that. I would love to be making enough money to do YouTube full time again, but that's not going to happen, and I'm not going to do something as disgusting as that to make it happen. You were making a good living. There's no need. Pushing boundaries is fair enough, but there's a line. I hope your channel doesn't get taken down. I wouldn't want it to get taken down. But you've learned a very, very hard life lesson. And I just feel sorry for the people that had to watch your video. Especially some people that might be in a bad place. YouTube can be such a positive place. People message me saying, Derek, your videos have helped me through tough times when I've had stupid thoughts or bad thoughts. And I'm the shit on your shoe, Logan Paul, and I can make an impact like that. Beyond my wildest dreams did I not think I could have an impact like that on YouTube. So think about what you could have been doing instead of this. Anyway, boys, thank you for watching. This has gone on a bit longer than I thought, but I got a bit more worked up than I thought it was going to. And all I can say is, boys, if you are ever feeling like there's no other way out, there is. I promise you there is. And you know where I am if you want to talk. There's also people out there if you need to talk. Talk to someone, boys. it's not worth it. It, honest to God, isn't worth it. It gets better, I promise you. From experience, it does. Take care, boys. Look after yourselves, and I'll talk to you more soon. Cheerio.